Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Tommy D. I am Travis. Dalitha is out with some friends. Doesn't want to hang out with us tonight, so hopefully that doesn't hinder our showing ability. The chat will be read, but probably slower because it'll probably be read by me. We are still waiting for SmackDown to start, but we figured we could get on just a cunt hair early. A C hair. What does that mean? A cock hair or C hair or cunt hair? I don't know. Some sort of hair. Anyways, we got Walter Johnson in here. He said, hi, Travis and Dalitha. It's time for SmackDown. Dalitha is not here, but we are here with another D. Tommy D. Good matches tonight from that. And then Matthew says, FYI, no notifications unless they come out later. And did you get one finally? Because I just got one not too long ago. There it is, Matthew said. Yeah, they only come out when we go live, Matthew. And then Icon says, I am at SmackDown, which is pretty cool. Put up a big sign that says, look at me. Then we can see you. Luke Riley says, Matthew, the lack of patience disturbs me, LOL. And then he says, Joe Biden is so old that he reminds me of the Dead Sea when it was sick, which is hilarious.
That's funny.
Because it was sick years and years before it died. It was on hospice, I think. Wasn't it called the Hospice Sea?
Yeah.
Anyways. And then he says, Icon, where at? And then Luke Riley says, Matthew, stop that seriously. Question mark. LOL. Because that's hilarious.
The Lukes are getting tough on the cybercrime.
Boom. Sorry, Luke. Sophie D says, hey guys, congrats on Triple H. Wait, congrats to Triple H, but also a goodbye since he's announced his retirement. It's a fact. He is retired. I did post that earlier. And then Ravi says, hello. And then Luke says, holy shit, Dalitha, you've changed. Yeah, she's transitioning. And then, oh great, D isn't here. Right, Sophie? You're stuck with me reading. Anyways, we are starting it out with Roman Reigns from last week, which also started out the show. So they're showing us last week's start. Woo! And then Sophie, let's behave tonight, says Luke. What D gets off a day or day off every couple months? Yeah, she goes out with friends. She's at some play, but I don't know the name of it. It is not arsenic and old lace like last time. Let's go, Brock. And that's from Matthew. And then Walter says Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Okay, no trivia, Walter says. No trivia. Walter, you can ask trivia questions. I'll see if I can answer them. Be kind of fun.
Running with their tails between their legs.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
And then the forklift comes right through their cab.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, blah. Brock getting serious. But yeah, right now it is just a complete and utter recap of last week. So
yep.
Monday Night Recap is moved to Fridays. In case somebody missed it. I guess people could miss it here and there.
So it would be Friday Night Retread?
I guess. We got Mania in a week. Yes, just a little over a week, like a week and a day, basically. I'm looking forward to Mania, and I'm not looking forward to Mania, so it's kind of one of those bittersweet things. Sophie said, is Dee going to be here Monday? Yes, she will, absolutely.
You going to get that door?
Buy the door on WWEshop.com. Do you have a late model Chevy pickup door? Yeah, the rear one on the right, on the passenger side. Appreciate it. Can I get it in gold? Woo! Yes, Sophie. She will be here on Monday. Matthew says Triple H was awesome. He could work his ass off, and I don't think he buried nearly as much talent as people think. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think he was putting people over.
Yep.
Although I think he did beat Brock when Brock came back in like 2014.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he pedigree him on the stairs a couple times?
Yes.
Brock will win at WrestleMania. Walter, that's bold.
Speaking about Brock.
Hey, Brock's standing outside Roman Reigns' door. And Sophie D says, It seems like you guys are a minute ahead of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Usually I'm way behind, so that sounds fantastic. He bought him a new SUV. Gold? Blood red.
Blood red.
And then Matthew says, I don't think Brock and Roman are the biggest match in Mania history. No, it was obviously Randy and Edge, remember? That was the greatest match in the history of the sport. At least that's what it was billed to be. I'm guessing no Mania prediction show. Yeah, I think we're going to do a prediction show for Mania. We'll probably either just do it Friday after this, after SmackDown, maybe even during the...
He's waiting for a good provoking.
Right. Brock is a stud. And then Luke says, Sophie, since Dalitha is not here tonight, please do not flood the chat with a bunch of rumors and stuff. That's why Travis doesn't get... It's that way Travis doesn't get too far behind with the chat. Yes, because he is not the reader. And then, no, D... That means no me. I'm doing what I do on Wednesdays night by leaving the chat. All right, Sophie. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. And then Brock is the greatest. He is top. I think he probably is a top 5 to 10 guy in the history. Like, he's starting to get the longevity behind him now.
Yeah. His new persona.
Right? And Sophie said, bye. Bye. And then Walter, it's funny. Sophie gets mad when Dalitha's here.
Yeah.
But now Dalitha's not here, so she's leaving. I'm just saying.
Huh.
And then Walter says Brock is in Reigns' locker room breaking stuff. Was he breaking stuff? I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rick Boogs. Oh, I better put this on live chat just in case I'm missing stuff. I did. I was missing stuff. So anything that I didn't read, sorry guys. Because I wasn't on live chat, and it looks like there was some stuff, because I didn't see Luke say, have a good night, Sophie. So maybe it's only stuff directed at the crowd. I don't know how they do that. What's the difference between live chat and top chat? Luke, they don't think your chat was top, because it didn't show up in my top chat. Ah! Can't hit it. I'm not rock and roll enough. Shinsuke.
We're doing a revisioning with Elias.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to. They were going to turn him into Randy Savage. Mm-hmm. Vince, I guess, didn't like it, and so now they're redoing that again, but... Shinsuke Nakamura. Versus what, Jey Uso?
Yeah, I think.
It's either Jay or Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's a 50% chance. But they are going to be wrestling at WrestleMania, I think, right? That's probably going to be setting it up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
If they haven't already announced it. I think I already have it written down, so I think I already announced it to myself. Top Chat is weird. No one knows how Top Chat works. Who streams on YouTube? LOL. And then Matthew says, Shinsuke hyping up the crowd. Yeah. Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. I decided to come back since there is not that many YouTube channels doing watch-alongs to SmackDown, which I'm surprised by. Well, I'm here. I'm doing it with Tommy D. Although Tommy D is not talking, so I feel like I'm doing all the talking. Tell us what's happening.
The peg leg peak joke.
Sophie, Top Chat is in, like, if you're on a phone, it's like right next to the X. It's that weird, like, the 3 bars. If you tap on that, there's Top Chat and Live Chat. And I was just on freaking Top Chat again somehow. Anyways, God, like, how does that happen twice? Anyways, that's what it is. So make sure you're on Live Chat, then you get to pick up everybody's stuff.
Boogs and Shinsuke won.
Oh, that's right, to go to WrestleMania. Yeah. So
to go.
Now we get a little bit of payback tonight for Nakamura. Now, can Nakamura beat the Usos? I think so. He's a singles guy. I feel like singles guys should beat tag team guys.
And he was the king of the ring once.
Was he? Oh, he's stolen.
I know, but, once they have it, they
And it looks at
that.
Sophie. I just said no one really knows what Top Chat is. LOL. I know what it is. It's trash.
Yes.
I found that. It's right there.
Yes, Top Chat is
Bloodline.
stupid. Usos.
It's the Uso Penitentiary. I just don't know what Uso it's going to be. Here it goes. Oh, Jimmy.
So, Jimmy.
I wrote the wrong name down. It is Jimmy Uso tonight.
Jimmy.
They've been SmackDown. They've been SmackDown champions for 249 days because they're into snacking. We are, 8 days away from the first night of WrestleMania? 9 days away from night 2? Oh, wow. They're going right to fisticuffs. Better grab my phone just in case.
Remember how back in the day, the champions didn't hold it for as long?
Whenever I'm in chat, I don't see everyone. Yeah, I know. Everyone. Well, Hogan had it forever in his time.
Yeah.
I mean, he had it for like thousands of days. I think one of his reigns lasted like 900 days or something, or 700. It was a long-ass reign, or more. I don't remember. It'd be days, but I know it was a long time. And there's some title reigns that went on for thousands and thousands of days. Like, who was the guy from the 70s? Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, San Martino.
Sammartino, whatever.
Yeah.
Not a martini.
Yeah.
Sophie said, whenever I'm in the chat, everyone that is in the chat. I don't see everyone that's in the chat. Maybe you are on
So,
Top Chat then.
remember when they actually had...
Daz says, do you think any more matches will be added to Mania? I do. I feel like, obviously we're going to get Cody, and I think we're going to have something with Ricochet. I think we're going to have something with Kofi Kingston. Whether that is against Butch, they're calling him now, or... And I feel like Sheamus needs something. Either they're going to be on the pre-show, or they're going to be part of the show, I would assume. I doubt they're going to leave Sheamus on Ridge Holland
Butch, Mo, and Curly.
Butch all off. I mean, they could have those two at ringside for Butch against Kofi if they want to do that, but the Butch and Kofi thing, I feel like has to be added, and then obviously Seth has to have a match, and the rumor is that it's Cody, the American Nightmare. So, hey, Vin's in here. Let me say, Sophie says, okay, that's happens when I'm on my tablet as well. Yeah, just go and click on that. It's the 3 lines, and they look like they're at different spacings, and then just hit live chat. And it says, Vin says, Travis, tell your Secret Service agent. You must have glass on. I didn't even notice that I said hello. Make sure he watches your back for the entire time today. Should have worn a jacket. Suit coat. I gave the channel a like. I gave this channel a like, said Sophie. And Ravi says, WrestleMania doesn't seem exciting this year. I think it's just because of the whole 2-night thing, and everybody's going to be involved in it. I bet you there's going to be some very memorable matches, though, Ravi. I really do. I think there's going to be really high peaks during it. I kind of worry about night 1, except for I seen on WWE's website that they had moved, who was it, AJ Styles,
AJ Styles
and Edge from night 2 to night 1, but I don't know if that's permanent or if just somebody messed up when they were doing the website. It was about a week, or not a week ago, but like 2 days ago when I seen it.
Yeah.
And so if they move that to night 1, it makes night 1 pretty damn good. But as of right now, I feel like night 1's lacking. And so when I was making out my list, I put Cody and Seth on night 1 because they need something like that. And now if they do that and AJ and Edge on night 1, bam, that should pop it off nice. Where am I at? Oh, and then Sophie says, is the oldest version of Brandon? Is that the older version of Brandon? The old version of Brandon. Brandon is actually in a different city now. I think he moved. But he might just be working in a different city. And then Bryce says, hey, Travis, how's it going? Hey, Bryce. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the Travis. Have you by chance seen any of Bliss's tweets in the past week? She seems to be implying WWE won't use her, but also won't release her. Her tweets are even starting to get pretty toxic at WWE. You know, what I did notice is she had one of her and she walked over and was sitting on the bottom rope. It was like a GIF or whatever they're called. Yeah. And she just walked, and then she's sitting there, and I'm like, it's because they aren't using her. Yeah, and I mean, that would be a huge loss for WWE.
Yes.
I feel like she's one of their top ladies. You know, and when the women's revolution was happening, she was headlining it. Yes, I just figured it would be the 4 horsewomen. Yeah. And she was ahead of Charlotte with championships, and she was winning them. She's SmackDown champion, a Raw champion, like 2 of each before Charlotte had one or the other. But anyway, so yeah, that would be a huge loss. But if they're not going to use her, and with these new younger women coming up, maybe they just feel like she's obsolete, but I just don't see that.
I don't see that either. I think she's still got a lot.
I hear they keep changing the card for both nights of Mania, and the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match could happen on SmackDown next week. Wow, Sophie, I did not know that. That would be interesting to see for sure. Then Luke says, and Sammy Guevara said
too much showing off
in the podcast that the whole belt joke stuff they did on Wednesday actually came from a phone call he had with Edge, and Tony Khan let him fly with it. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't have known that Sammy Guevara even knew Edge. Being so young and all, but yeah, that's cool. And then get used to the 2-night Mania because it's the plan moving forward, Sophie said. I have not read that. Sophie, where did you read that? Would you let me know so I can go read it? Because I do want to. Because if that's the case, I mean, it's kind of an important piece of information. And then Bryce says, hey, Travis, which I did give a shout out to Bryce. And then Sophie said, WrestleMania Night 2 sounds like an episode of SmackDown. What? Yeah, because Brock and Roman wrestle every week on SmackDown. Anyway, sorry, Sophie. Anyways, Matthew says, I'm curious to see if anyone returns at Mania. Also, what pay-per-view is after Mania? WrestleMania Backlash
get him.
is, I think, not right after it, but a month later.
Right at Jimmy. Strong
like
style.
May 7th or something right around that time. I don't remember the exact date there, Matthew. And then Ravi says, Matthew, the only decent thing for me about Mania is I'm going to be watching it for free. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Cheater. Ravi's a cheater. And then Bryce says, not going to lie or anything, but I think that Alexa Bliss needs to get off of social media a little while just to calm down the situation. And sometimes athletes do need to do that because I feel like they do that too much, but that's my personal opinion. But other people could differ on that and just say, well, it's their only voice they have is to get all the fans behind them. But sometimes I think that can be toxic because the fans not necessarily always on the right side.
Yeah, because the fans don't always know what the truth is.
Yeah, what's really going on, so they're one-sided. And that's very easy to do. I wonder and this is from Sophie, I wonder if you work night 1 of Mania, does that mean that you go on the airplane to wherever the next location is? Sophie, they don't travel together like that, sweetie. They don't. They all fly independently. They're all independent contractors. And it's different if they're flying to like Saudi Arabia or something, but when they're just flying from town to town, they're not flying together. They fly home. You'll see wrestlers in different locations at different places and stuff. And then Ravi's a pirate, Matthew said. Bryce, I fully support Bliss being upset they put her in a pay-per-view to hug crowd pop. Oh, a huge crowd pop.
Yeah, huge
then
crowd pop.
Sorry, I'm not the best reader in the world. And then just put her on the shelf. Absolutely. And that was true right there at the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Like, it didn't even make sense what they did with her. But maybe they just don't have room and they just don't want to not push her if she's not on air. I don't understand myself. Like, but she should be getting some sort of a storyline. She could be fighting almost anybody at this point. Shit, Dewdrop again would be fine. Matthew, why would I pay to watch wrestling? Because it's fantastic and you want to pay their salaries because they don't make enough money. Ravi. And then Sophie says, the WWE does that often with their talent, though, bringing them for a pay-per-view and then putting them on the shelf. Yeah, it absolutely happens all the time.
That is true.
Good point, Luke Riley from Bryce. And then let's be real honest here. Right now, the WrestleMania card will be carried by SmackDown.
Yep.
I
Probably.
Right, and
Probably right.
and half of that reason is because Brock is more on SmackDown than he is on Raw, even though he is the Raw champion,
Yeah.
WWE champion. But I'm trying to think if there's any. Cody and Seth could be good, and I think they'll both be on Raw. But I mean, I'm trying to find something that's relevant to argue with Luke, and it's impossible because SmackDown does carry it because they have Roman in the Bloodline and Shinsuke Nakamura and others. Sami Zayn, come on, that's just
Rick Boogs, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn and John Knoxville is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think so too.
Have you watched WWE Evil yet? It is good for the first one. Covers Hulk Hogan. Wow, I did not. I'm going to have to watch it.
With Johnny Knoxville in it. Movie 43. It's crazy.
Dukes of Hazzard.
That too.
Teasing. It's just because it has Jessica Simpson in it. She looks definitely piff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god! There are a million commercials during this one match, right? I don't even know what's happening. To be honest, I don't even know. Are we still watching that tag team match?
Yeah.
I kind of forgot to look up at the
It's
TV.
actually not a tag team. It's
the Usos.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then Sophie says, at least if you aren't part of the Mania card, you are at home with your family and friends. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably want to be there, though, if they're letting everybody get in. Mm-hmm. Like, I kind of feel bad for, like, R-Truth or something.
Yeah.
But they'll probably put him in a 24/7 match. And who knows, they might have everybody on the roster there, and everybody's just chasing the 24/7 belt. We might have 7 or 8 title changes over the WrestleMania weekend. We should do, like, an over-under on that. That'd be kind of fun.
Dana Brooke.
Well, who's going to leave champion on night 2? And then how many times will Dana Brooks win the championship over the weekend or whatever? Stuff like that. It'd be kind of fun. Sophie D says, at least if you... Oh, now I already read that one. Then Luke says, plus, all the wrestlers will be at Mania the Monday before because WWE Access Week. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then Luke says, Ravi, because not paying for it is immoral and illegal. Right? What would a good person do?
Oh, he broke the table. Holy crap.
Save Cody versus Seth for night 2. Well, the problem with that is night 1's terrible unless AJ and God damn it. What's his name? The old man. Edge. God damn it. Are on there. I got AJ down. Edge still. It's funny because, like, obviously he was there in my childhood. So is Sasha Banks out of the title picture? She's not out of the title picture. She's wrestling for the championship at WrestleMania. Tag team championship. But the championship. And who knows if they're going to do anything with Sasha Banks versus Ronda Rousey after Rousey wins the title.
I forgot about that.
And then, or should I say Sasha Banks is no longer going to be after the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship? There you go. Yes. I should have read all your comments before I answered the first one. Not true, Sophie. If you look it up, wrestlers do not on the card, are scheduled to appear during Access Week. There you go.
Jey Uso got.
And that's what I was saying. And plus, they can always chase around that damn 24/7 title. And to make Access Week even funner, they could change that title just every day throughout that week and just have it on their Instagram or any of those. Oh, Nakamura kicks out. Fan-damn-tastic. And then Bryce says, I'm really excited for Cody to make his debut in WWE. Not only am I excited to see Cody as the American Nightmare, I hope it's just fantastic. Like his entrance is some old Bray Wyatt type shit where it's just awesome. Lights go out, crowd goes nuts. And then Matthew says, I thought it was a tag team match, but are turned into a singles match or something. No, it's not. It's never been a tag match.
Right.
Last week, Boogs beat Jey Uso, and this week it's Nakamura versus Jimmy.
Come on, Shinsuke.
Big kick at Kinshasa. 1, 2, and 3. So they've beat both members of the Usos back-to-back weeks. And then Sophie says, I mean that WrestleMania weekend, they have the weekend off, or nights off. And then Luke says, I never would have thought in my life that I would be a huge Brock Lesnar mark, but here we are, and he's just so good now. Fantastic. This is one of my favorite characters ever, what he's doing from Saskatchewan. Let's see how they treat the winner of the Roman and Brock match after Mania. Like, who's that person going to feud with next? Cody. I don't know. That's the only person I can think of. Yeah. And maybe that's how they got Cody to sign. Maybe he goes on to fight Brock. Or, not Brock, sorry. Roman. But, I mean, doesn't Brock have to win?
You'd think.
It's such a hard one for me because I think Roman's heavily favored. So if you think Brock has a chance, bet $1,000 on Roman. Or, I mean, on Brock right now. If you think Roman's going to win. Or Brock's going to win. Sorry. Fuck. Don't take advice from me.
Is that $1,000 in Monopoly money?
Well, I'm just saying because I think he's like he's a positive 275 or something. Brock is, and that's big. Like,
yeah,
we're walking away with a few $1,000s. Let's see how they. Oh, I already read that. And then Bryce says, "Okay, got the Sasha and Naomi are a tag team." And then, okay, got it. Yes, sorry about that. I didn't read your comments in the right order. Or I did, but I was answering them as I was reading instead of keep reading. Does anyone think of a con for Night 2 Mania? Like it's a con? Like they're just taking our money? I don't know what you're saying, Sophie. Sorry. I bet they give the title to Sasha and Naomi, but I really think they give them to Rhea and Liv is more interesting. Mm-hmm. Plus, you can get more stories out of Rhea and Liv. True, in the long run, because I think Rhea and Liv should actually have a wrestling match against each other. Mm-hmm. I've said that for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. But I think that Shayna Baszler and Natalya would also be a great tag team championship team.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler.
I know they kind of already did something like that. They'd just be replacing Tamina. But at the same time, I think that would go over very well if Vince wanted to do something along those lines. But yeah, Sasha and Naomi make a lot of sense, fan favorite wise, if they want a bunch of baby faces to win everything. Or Liv and Rhea. Sophie says, I feel like they are going to continue the Sasha WrestleMania losing streak. Yeah. And that's the other one. If they keep that streak going, it could set up a very good thing towards the end of her career where she actually wins a match at Mania or something.
That acting like Stone Cold.
Oh my God, I was dying laughing. The crowd was so happy. And then Sophie says there is an episode of WWE Evil coming. Sasha Banks, and she confirmed in 2019 that she asked for her release from WWE and Vince said no. Well, yeah, she did. She was pouting. Remember, they had just lost the tag team championships to the Iconics, and she quit. Like, basically, she had walked out. I mean, that's what I had heard, at least. I mean, I don't know shit because I'm not really there. I just hear what everybody else hears. And then Kevin Owens is great. Absolutely. I'm so glad that they kept him. Champagne. Oh, shit. Well, he's eating grapes. And then Sophie says, the 4-way women's tag team match sounds like it is going to be boring. It's going to be different. I don't know about boring because I feel like there's a lot of good women in that match, and so it could be pretty entertaining. And then Bryce says, do you think that Cody will take the first L at WrestleMania, or will it be Seth Rollins? I think Cody's got to win that match. You can't bring in Cody unless it's a one and done. If he just signed a one and done deal, I guess Seth could win that.
Yeah, but I don't see him doing that, though.
Cody?
Yeah.
Why not? He could go right back to AEW and be on there next Wednesday if he just signed like a one-match deal.
True, but...
And then go back and win the television title off of somebody.
True.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
We'll just put it that way. The odds of it happening are 1% or something. But I wouldn't put anything past Vince. Like, hey, we need a match for Seth. Let's do Cody. That's huge.
Yeah.
But I still think Vince would even have Cody win that one.
Yeah,
so.
I think so too. But you never know.
It is hard to say. Sophie, I'll say it again. The WrestleMania doesn't feel like a major show. It's because there's too many mid-card guys on the show. Like, make it a 12-match thing and then cut everybody else out. The problem is, I think they're only at 11 matches right now anyway. So, and they've got, so maybe even do it like a 7-match, but make the matches longer would be fine. And then, hey, Travis Miss D, where is she? And but anyways, I'm back from Disneyland. Had a good time. Good job, film. Did you buy anything? Do you have any memorabilia? And anyway, she is at a show. She is not transitioning. This is Tommy D. Woo! And then Matthew says a 4-way match has potential. It absolutely has potential. And then Luke says, I am interested to see what happens after Mania. Liv, Rhea, Viking Raiders, contracts end in May. Yeah, see, that's big stuff. You know, and Liv, Rhea's signing. I think she'll stay. Liv could go. The Viking Raiders, I think they should stay, but they could go. They don't use tag teams as much as they should. I really like Eric, but he seems to lose almost every week now. And then Jones, the NY police captain cat. That's awesome. I don't know if you're new, but that's a fantastic name. Last week, I literally thought that Austin actually came out at first. I thought it was actor Will
Sasso.
Will Sasso from the Mad TV days, but a closer look revealed that it was actually Owens. Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, seriously, when he came out, I was like, there it is. Oh, shit, that's funny. The police captain cat, I love that. And then Matthew Medit said, a lot has changed since you left film, LOL. Then Sophie said, I am interested in seeing how they get Seth Rollins to Mania and how they book him against Cody. Yes. Whether they just keep him on ice and then all of a sudden he shows up and demands a match or tries to interfere in somebody else's thing, or however they do that. But that means Cody's going to be a babyface. So it's kind of weird if they keep Seth going that direction. Because I feel like Cody should be a mega heel. But if they're going to put him against Roman next, I'm making that up. There's no news on that, by the way. But if they did put him against Roman next to become the champion or the guy that beats Roman, he would have to be a babyface. So it does end up working. And then and then Film says, hey, Matthew. Hey, man. What's up, dude? And then Luke says, okay, chat. Dalitha is not here tonight, so Travis is reading the chat. So let's not flood too bad so he can kind of keep the eye on the SmackDown. Yeah, because I have no idea what's happening.
Now they're advertising Undertaker.
Yes, because he is going to the Hall of Fame next Friday.
Yep.
That's going to be a pretty big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people grew up with him. Especially the older fan, or like if you're like 35 or older, he's like the greatest thing that ever happened to the sport. And then Sophie said the runtime for both nights of Mania is scheduled to be 3 hours each. That will be fantastic, and hopefully they'll just do an hour pre-show, and then that puts it at 4 hours a night, and that would be fantastic. Hello, Travis's friend. That's you. That's from Film Nation.
What?
Film Nation said hello, Travis's friend.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
MC Tommy D.
And then Sophie says, out of everybody on the Mania card, who do you think will be cut after Mania? Oh, my God. Hopefully nobody. But like Luke said, maybe it'll be the Blister. I don't want to say her name because my thing here, my Voldemort's on. And then Sophie, I read that. And then Luke said, I really believe Liv has been getting much better in the ring. I think she could be a major WWE lady, but it seems like WWE only keeps her around because she's a fan fave, and they want her used, and they won't want her used more. And then Sophie says,
God, here we go about this Happy Corbin crap.
You don't like Happy Corbin?
Not really.
I think he's one of my favorites. Not a huge Drew fan, but I don't hate him. I just don't like him as a babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, Liv needs to be used in different or better storylines, is what Luke is saying. And I agree 100%. And I do feel like she's getting better and better. I don't know if she's a world champion better, but I do believe that she is a great rivalry for a world championship.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like she should be a stepping stone. And she's the one that you look at when there's 4 ways or whatever. You go, okay, she's the one that's going to get pinned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't like that. Kind of like a Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
All right, and then Sophie said, this will be the second Mania Seth has missed, and the first was due to injury in 2006. He is not missing Mania. And then, like, Travis, are you thinking about maybe streaming the NXT and Hall of Fame shows? I'd be down to be in here for both. I would like to do the NXT show, but I would have to figure out exactly what time it's on. I haven't even looked at that stuff. I'm sure it's on the... is it on the network, or is it going to be on the TV? Probably on the network. Glenn Jacobs is in here. That is Kane for a lot of you people. Mm-hmm. That's my brother, The Undertaker. And then Matthew says the females have been improving better than the guys in WWE. And that's a fact. The girls matches, sometimes I look more forward to than the guys. Obviously, Roman and Brock I'm looking way more forward to. But, you know, and if Charlotte was wrestling a wrestler, I'd be more excited about that. But it does look like Ronda Rousey has improved, though. I noticed that when she was attacking him. She was, like, climbing up him and stuff, and I just loved it. With the triangle chokes and all different kinds of moves. And then Sophie says, poor Drew, he went from main eventing 2 Manias to fighting Happy Corbin. There is nothing wrong. And then Liv's fan want to see her used more is what I meant. Yes. And that's what I figured. But you were saying, you said WWE. Or I thought you had said WWE had wanted them used more, but you said that their fans want her used more. Yeah, and she is on TV every week.
For a minute there, when I saw all this stuff, you know, the Happy Corbin stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was an episode of Vegas Vacation.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. National Lampoons. Mm-hmm. That was actually pretty funny how they had him in Vegas.
What was it? Papa
Jabario. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Happy Corbin for life, brother. That's from Matthew. And then Sophie said, not even Travis Boy Jinder Mahal is on the Mania card. Yet. I don't feel like there's enough men to make a battle royal, because I was looking at it and I was like, shit, there's only like 10. But they could do like a small battle royal if they wanted to do something. And then the NXT show starts at 1 p.m. So next Saturday, WWE fans don't have that much of a break from NXT to Mania. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like there would be, especially if that lasts 3 hours. If that's a 3-hour show, that's going to put it almost at start time. You get about a 2-hour break. But if it's only a 2-hour show, then you would have quite a bit of time. Well, another hour, obviously. And then Travis, do you remember what Stone Cold's last match was before coming back?
Mike Myers trying to act
at
like
Mania this year. I think he came back and I'm trying to remember who it was. No, I remember hearing about it and people were disappointed that he came back and that was his last match, but I can't remember who it was. So please tell. And then Sophie says, whatever day D takes a night off, how do you pick who goes on stream with you? I just text a couple people. And this time I didn't even text a couple people. I just text him. I asked him like 3 weeks ago, though, because I knew this was coming. I should have let you guys know so you could have been prepared. But sometimes I'll just ask Ayla or Brandon. But Brandon doesn't live here anymore, so Brandon's probably out for a while. And then Luke says, next pay-per-view starts April 2nd, 12 p.m. Eastern to 1 or 3. So it is a 3-hour. And then I'm trying to think, what time does Mania start then? Like 5? That is directly from the WWE site. And then Sophie says, still fans don't have that much of a break between the NXT pay-per-view and Mania. Yeah, especially if they have to drive from building to building because they're not in the same place.
Sheamus
Here comes
and
Sheamus.
Ridge.
And who?
Probably Ridge.
Yes.
Ridge
And
would
maybe
be out
Butch.
with him.
Butch has
Yeah,
been with him the
probably.
last few weeks.
Yeah.
And the Hall of Fame will be Friday night, which is weird because wouldn't that conflict with SmackDown? I think it's right after SmackDown's over. I think they're going to just do it right after SmackDown. The kickoff starts at 6 p.m. Is that Eastern, Sophie? And that means it's a 2-hour pre-show?
Sheamus and Butch.
Yes, Butch is out there. So Kofi's
Versus
going one-on-one with
Kofi.
Ridge. That's tough.
Yeah. Kofi and Holland.
And then Butch is going to interfere. And then Butch wrestles Kofi at Mania.
Yep.
I mean, it's the only one that makes sense. I guess they could do Sheamus, but Ridge doesn't deserve a Mania spot, and it has nothing to do with breaking Big E's neck. He's just not there.
No.
If you're gonna have any of them, and by the way, Butch isn't there either. But I feel like he has enough NXT backing that he can. It would be fine. I'm okay with him wrestling Kofi, is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Word around the wrestling community is Stone Cold's last match was WrestleMania 19 against Dwayne Johnson. I thought he had wrestled somebody after that, and it was kind of dumb. Anyway, Sophie D says the Hall of Fame is scheduled to be an hour and a half. Sophie, are you reading this somewhere? It could be on the cable provider. Like if I was on my cable TV, I could probably just go ahead and look. Yes, a 2-hour kickoff show. That just is dumb. So how many matches are going to be on the kickoff show? Are they just going to do a full hour of talking and then some matches in the second hour? Or how are they planning on doing the kickoff show? And then Matthew Meditz says, I'm just waiting for Sheamus to start dancing and breaking out in a chimney sweeping song. One of these days during his entrance. Oh, shit. That would actually be hilarious. The Hall of Fame will be competing against the AEW show show next Friday night. I would assume so, too. Pre-show starts at 6 p.m. Eastern both nights, and the main show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. Whew, that's tough. 2 hours, huh? And then Luke says the AEW show will be crushed by the Hall of Fame simply because of Taker. And that's a fact. I think I've said that's a fact about 6 times. I need to stop saying that. I'm getting all of my info from the WWC. Yes, Luke, I realize you are. I was just wondering where Sophie was getting hers is all. And it's going to be on Peacock, the Hall of Fame. So it is not going to be on TV. They're not going to have it on Fox or USA. That's what they should do. And then Sophie says, I'm getting that info from the WWC as well. There you go. So I'm getting loaded up on my education of SmackDown. And then it says, I like Travis borrowing Dalitha's catchphrase in her absence tonight by saying, that's just dumb. They have to have matches during the pre-show. Yeah, I get that. So who's going to be wrestling during the pre-show? That's where you're going to see those other matches, I think. Maybe even the Kofi Kingston Butch match. Okay, Travis, so I know I wasn't here on Monday or Wednesday, so did I miss any sexy boobs, butts, and all of my favorite sexy armpits? I think so. Hey, Film, do you watch NXT? There's a girl down there named Nikita Lyons. I think that's her name. You should go check her out and tell me what you think of that one. And then Sophie says, no Peacock. That means it's not on cable. It is on Peacock. And then Matthew Medit says, LOL, Vin. And then Film Nation says, I can't wait to see Rhea Ripley's sexy armpits in action, including the Queen Charlotte Flair. And then Luke says, Hall of Fame will be on either Peacock for US and the network for the rest of the world. And then Sophie says, later they haven't done matches on the kickoff show. Lately they haven't done matches on the kickoff show. But yeah, if they're going to do a 2-hour kickoff show, they've got to put some matches on there. At least 2. And then Luke Riley says, Film, knock it off, LOL. And then Matthew says, Film tonight, 4-way female tag match tonight. I don't think it's I think it was a fatal 4-way, but it could be a tag match. I don't know. I didn't read it. I just saw the picture of the 4 ladies, and each one of the ladies was from a different tag team. Mm-hmm. And then Phil says, why ahead of you, Travis? One question, way ahead of you. She is looking fine and a smoke show. Yes.
What?
That was last
God,
week.
that was a still.
Whew. And then Film said, I already read that. And then Sophie said, so how many hours combined will we have Mania next weekend, including the SmackDown show? A shit ton. Like 4, 8. Well, no, that'd be 5.
Xavier's back.
10. And then NXT would be 3. And then SmackDown would be 2. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Like 15, 16, 17 hours, maybe, with Raw.
Xavier's back.
Yes, good. Xavier Woods. And then thank you, Matthew, from Film. And then Matthew says, I thought it was a tag. I mean, I guess they could tag them up with Rhea and Sasha against the other 2. Zelina and whoever else. And then Thomas says, hey, guys, what's up? We are just watching some SmackDown. How are you doing, boss?
King Woods.
And then Luke Riley says, Sophie, I already asked you to not flood the chat with stuff, and you are not listening. Please chill out. And then Film says, relax, Luke. I am just on a good time is all. And oh my God, he's back. The King is back. All rise. Wait, wouldn't you all kneel? All kneel. Either way, Film, 4 ladies still coming tonight, at least, yes. And then Roberto Lozano says, hello. Happy SmackDown Friday. Hello, boss. Good to see you in here. Thank you for joining us. Try to hang out with us right now, but we do have Xavier Woods back. So this could be a tag team match at WrestleMania. So the New Day could be wrestling the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know what you'd call them. Just the European connection over there. But anyways, Luke, how are you doing today? And that was from Film. And then Sophie said King Woods is back. And then sounds pretty good from Film. And then
Xavier against Ridge.
Delilah. I'm bloody pissed right now because Corbin is mocking Scottish lots. That means people. Mm-hmm. And a lot of half Scottish people like myself, I am very livid. Wow! Livid! Nobody likes that because Corbin is a dick. And then Luke says, so he was being sneaky on G4 TV last night. G said he's had plans tonight, but didn't say anything else. Yeah, he had plans. He's going to be on SmackDown. Xavier won that?
Yeah.
So Xavier wrestled, not Woods. Or, I mean, not Kofi. Mm-hmm. So Woods just won. Woods just snuck out a victory.
And before that...
And then Thomas said, not much. Also, I am glad Triple H is okay. Yeah, it did look like he's okay. He did retire. Yeah. And then Phil said, I'm very sad that Triple H is no longer wrestling. He's retiring. Yes, that is very sad. Holy crap, Woods just squashed Holland.
Paula.
And he deserved it. And
Paulina Heyman.
Oh, yeah, old Twinkie tits. And then Matthew said, wouldn't it be King Day instead of New Day? Yeah, right. Oh, the tribal chief is in a limo somewhere. We don't know where they are. This could have been recorded earlier also. We don't know, but it does say live.
You're
Travis, do you
trying to admonish your
do you
tribal
approve of Pete Dunne being rebranded as Butch? Does that make his physical physique any less feminine? No, he's still got a super feminine physique, but Butch, it actually kind of goes with the feminine physique even more. So we're okay with that. No, I don't mind saying Butch. It's better than two names, right? Butch and Pete Dunne. Although Pete Dunne sounds pretty good. I'm also sad that Fandango, he also retired, and I guess I won't be seeing him because WWE champion at WrestleMania. No, Fandango will not be winning the championship at WrestleMania. And then that's off film. That is from Matthew. That he says, once again, I am probably sure Liv Morgan's going to wear long sleeves. I don't like her wearing, in my opinion. Maybe it'll get too warm this summer. She'll have to take it off. I don't know. You can still see her butt. She's got a nice butt. And then here comes Ronda Rousey. I said that wrong. It's just here comes Rousey. And then haha from film. Oh, dear Lord. And then I imagine Dalitha is not sad about missing this moment tonight. No, absolutely not.
Here come
Well, that's just dumb.
Ronda.
Tribute to Dalitha.
Rousey.
She is wearing just some jeans.
I know.
Listen to some Master P. How'd you fit in them jeans, MG? How'd you fit in them jeans, MG? Looking like two bowling balls.
So,
Film said, "Oh, Ronda's coming out," and
like what
Luke's,
we talked about before.
boy,
do you
I guess
think
we-
Ronda's gonna get beat down tonight again?
I know Charlotte's going to come down. I don't know if they'll do that 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that this time didn't she hurt Charlotte last week? It was 2 weeks ago that Charlotte got her, or was it vice versa?
Well, she got her on that car, then she went, did all that, and that was like 2 Fridays ago.
Okay.
And
then last week, what happened?
Last week,
Was that
she
the
put
table?
her through the table.
Okay, that was last week. Okay. Yeah, so tonight Ronda's probably going to hurt her. Although 2 weeks ago when Ronda did get her, that's when the car thing happened at the end of the show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charlotte has yet to be completely embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luke says, "Oh boy, I guess we get to see Charlotte destroy Ronda again tonight before Rousey gets gifted the belt again at WrestleMania." Yes, that's what we were literally just talking about, Luke.
Hey,
Which,
have you heard
obviously,
about that new
Ronda is coming. Yes.
Pepsi they got?
No, I don't drink pop. I haven't had a
The
pop in
Nitro
16
Pepsi?
years. Hey, that's kind of cool can. That
Mhm.
white one. I'd buy it just for the can. Have you got any Stone Cold beer yet?
I've had it. I've tried it.
Where do they have it at?
I'd have to talk to my
So they don't have it at a store?
cousin's. Yeah, I'd have to talk to my cousin's husband because he gets it. I think
wow.
he gets it off the internet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then Matthew says Ronda might have a better run this go. I'm rooting for her. She has been somewhat impressive. Yeah, I think she's been doing very well. Obviously not on the microphone, but she is doing a little bit better. But then Luke says, I'm not rooting for Ronda. No, thank you.
Who said that? Luke?
Yeah, Luke is not rooting
I
for
agree
Ronda.
with you, Luke.
And then Matthew says, I
Big
want to
time.
try that Nitro Pepsi. He was talking to you, obviously.
Yeah, I want to try that too.
It would be 2 weeks in a row Charlotte beat Ronda up last 2 weeks. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. But kind of, right? Because she got beat up in the ring, right?
Yeah,
Like, and then later at the end
yeah,
of the
and
night,
then-
Charlotte got her on the car.
Beat her on that car.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Film says, oh, yeah, Matthew, have you saw that new commercial for that Pepsi? And that was just on our TV. I saw that commercial, and they changed the color of it, a.k.a. talking about the logo for Pepsi. I should have bought stock in Pepsi the other
There's
day. I was
also
going
a
to.
hard-
Their stock was like at $160. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how is it so high? Like, it was
There's
just
a
120 not too long
Hard
ago.
Mountain Dew now too.
Yeah, they Dalitha bought a whole bunch of Mountain Dew. It was like a lemonade Mountain Dew or something.
She's got some of it?
Yeah, she buys that stuff. I don't drink
Oh.
that crap.
Well, they got a hard one that has alcohol in it now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. But they're only like selling those, and they're out in stores back in like Tennessee.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then Matthew says, "Yeah, I've been drinking a Nitro Monster for over a decade now. That has got to be terrible for you. I don't know how, like, that helps your gut health or if it hurts it or whatever, but holy shit. I have not had caffeine since before my daughter was born, and she's 16. That's caffeine. That's anything with caffeine in it. I guess chocolate has a little caffeine, and I had chocolate up until 2018. Oh, 2 weeks ago. There it is.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. On the car. What was she trying to do? Give her a new smile there?
It ripped her mouth. She actually did rip it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Rhonda had posted that she had a mouth injury.
What?
Oh. She had a mouth injury.
Mm-hmm.
It was obviously a minor mouth injury, but...
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We are waiting for Ronda Rousey. Or no, well, Ronda's down there. We're basically waiting for Charlotte or for Ronda to start talking. Whatever comes first.
And now they're showing what happened last week. Boom. Boom. Oh. That's gotta hurt.
There it is, the ankle lock.
You think that will be the decisive factor in the match?
Yeah, probably. It's going to be weird seeing Charlotte tap out, though. She'll probably pass out first.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I have with the WWE matches
Mm-hmm.
is it'll be short.
Yeah, too short.
And so it's going to have Charlotte tapping out in under 12 minutes, which is just dumb.
Yeah, very.
If they have her tap out.
That's one way it could go.
Well, how's she going to pin her? Does she have a pin move?
I don't think she does.
Yeah, so she's going to have to submit her either with the armbar or the ankle lock. I'm going to take your leg. There you go. Little feminine rights there. Why do we have to say women? Barbie. Woo!
She's probably in LA or something.
Then Film says, still no sign of Alexa Bliss on Raw. I love my armpit goddess. Yeah, there was some rumors of her maybe wanting her release. What the fuck is Charlotte wearing?
Something.
Oh my god.
Yellow?
She wears some of the ugliest shit sometimes, man. Like,
oh, I think I know what she's trying to be.
a bumblebee?
No, not really. You know the Bruce Lee yellow pants that in the show where he fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No. I honestly have never seen
Oh, you really?
what's his name? Bruce Lee's show.
Yeah,
I was going to
Bruce
say Jackie Chan show, but I've seen those. No, I have honestly never seen that.
Oh, that's a good movie.
And then Luke says, oh, let the online shenanigan comments. Alexa just posted a tweet picturing her, Liv, Sasha, or Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, and Anna Jay at a restaurant and captioned it, maybe a pic from the future. What the fuck? And then Blythe says, I'm watching that very closely. Well, shit. No, it won't.
I did not expect that for Friday
No,
night.
not even a little bit.
Huh?
I said no, I did not expect that.
That's kind of lame.
The only thing I see on Alexa's Twitter is the pig.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's here. I don't see anything. But I don't know where to look. I'm new to Twitter.
Oh, here we go. Kayla Braxton back.
Oh, yeah. Toasty marshmallow.
Rotten grapes.
Well, at least he's nice. Look at him. He's like, leave. I'm having so much fun. So Kayla's in the back with Brock Lesnar right now. And Brock's just breaking things, but very calmly, so it's fine.
He's doing it with a smile.
Right? Who's this? Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet is coming out. Who do you think he's going to be?
Hopefully it's setting it up for a Mania. It's a championship contender match.
Okay.
Old Ricochet. And then maybe Bliss is trying to get leverage against WWE. Who knows what is going on? Then Luke says, she removed it as I was typing my post. Screenshot that shit. And then Brock smash from Matthew. And then Bryce says, okay, I have to leave now, Travis. See you on Monday. All right, well, thank you. Yes. Which one? Angel or... Oh, Alberto Carrillo at WrestleMania. He better win this. And then Luke says, I'm trying to use the internet's way back machine website to screenshot that tweet. I absolutely love Ricochet being champion. Me too. Maybe Cody Rhodes should show up at Mania and challenge Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship, right? That's what that's what I was saying, but it's probably going to be the Seth Rollins thing because Seth has nothing else going on.
Yeah, and I heard that it was from Vince that Seth was supposed to go up against Cody.
Right. Well, it makes sense for Seth, too.
Mm-hmm. The kiss cam. Isn't that the same chick they kissed last time?
I don't know. No, definitely not.
No? Oh.
No. She's got a little darker skin and nicer boobies. But anyways, Luke says, I wonder if the girl on the kiss cam will be at an AW show next week like the last one. LOL. That's hilarious. Humberto Carrillo. All right, we got a commercial break.
Why do you think they went to these 2 nights every...
I think the pandemic started it.
Yeah.
Just because they wanted more people to be watching. And then I think that they like having it 2 nights. I kind of wish they would just do NXT night 1 and then night 2 do the wrestling like we used to do it. It was just so much nicer back in those days. Now it's the whole week, which is cool, like the whole weekend, but it does screw up the whole Hall of Fame thing, I think.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, SmackDown used to be on Tuesdays, so if you remember, it was like Hall of Fame on Friday, and then they had the NXT Saturday, and then Mania Sunday, and then Raw Monday, and then SmackDown Tuesday, and you just stayed there for the week.
Yeah, that whole segment with Rousey and Charlotte, I did not.
I wonder if this girl, was like last week,
I did
and
not
said,
see-
yeah, the last
yeah.
Kiss Cam girl was literally on Dynamite in a backstage segment on Dynamite after she was on the Kiss Cam. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I did not see that coming with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte. That was kind of one of the lamest segments they've had with them.
Right?
Yeah.
It happens.
And in here, they're all...
Have you played this yet?
No. Have you?
No. I was thinking about buying it. I haven't yet, though.
Yeah.
I buy them, and they sit up there. They're unopened. The last, couple years.
Yeah.
They still have the plastic on them. So it's like, what the fuck? At some point, I got to stop buying shit. Delitha's worse. I just opened a camera that I bought her for her birthday, 5 years ago. It was brand new, DSLR.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a $2,000, well, $1,500 camera now, but at the time it was like $1,900.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole thing. Lenses, a whole thing. And I opened it yesterday because I was like, well, if you're not going to use it, I'm going to fucking use it. So she's like, oh, don't open that. And then Heidi from Staten Island said, reminds me of the playoffs at the Yankee Stadium during baseball season in the summer. Haha. Lots of fun. And then Luke says WWE 2K is amazing, Trav. I strongly recommend it. The problem is will I play it? It could be the greatest game of all time. Doesn't mean I'll play it. That other game that you and Delitha talk about all the time, it's still in the front room unopened. Not the Hogwarts one, because that one isn't out yet, but the other one that you guys were talking about. I can't even remember the name of it. So, Matthew, what are you doing this weekend? What? Film. This is a chat. Trust me, Matthew is not going to tell you what he's doing, other than just banging hookers or something.
USFL, huh?
Yeah, do you remember that when we were growing up? Did it go under or something?
Yeah, it did for a while.
And then now it's back?
Now it's back.
Is that what the XFL turned into or something? The rock ball?
No, the XFL is still coming out, I guess.
Elden Ring. Yes,
Yeah.
still it hasn't. She won't. She'll never end up playing it. It's going to stay in the wrapper, guaranteed. You can take it to the bank right now. A year from now, it's still going to be in the wrapper. Shit, she bought. Hold on a sec. It's right here. I can go look. Look at the dust.
What is that?
So it's called Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
7. So Final Fantasy 7. As you can see, it still has the plastic on it. She bought this when you were talking to her about it. God knows how long ago that was. Where's my thing? Here it is. Where's my thing? Found it. Anyways, here it is. This. See the dust? Right there? I could write my name on it.
Ricochet.
And, just so you know, this was covered by discs stacked on top of it for at least 6 months. And so that's old dust.
Holy crap.
So old dust. And then I stacked CDs on top of it. So that's old dust. But still, it was dusty before. That's how long she's owned this.
Holy.
Still, it's a big box set. So probably 3 discs or something in there.
It's still in the wrapper.
Still in the wrapper. PlayStation exclusive. Probably not even that anymore. Right there. Bam. That's true. That's how much she cares about goddamn... She'll buy the games, but she won't play them. And then, so Matthew, what are you doing?
So
This Elden Ring, and then
Ricochet's
Matthew says,
basically
laundry and
finding
cleaning my
himself
car.
on the map.
What about you? Oh, he's not doing hookers, I guess. Anyways, and then Luke says, WWE 2K is one of those games where if you open it and play it once, you'll be hooked. So just make yourself open it and buy it and pay it. And buy it, I would assume. And play it. Play is the word. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Travis, you're a funny man. And then laundry and cleaning your car, not bad, Matthew. And then he says, ha ha ha. And then Luke says, that's funny. Just start mailing me all the unopened games. Right? Like, they're all collector's items at this point. Like I said, this shit, I don't remember when you told us about this, but she bought it. She was super excited about it. Oh, shit! Humberto wins!
Humberto wins.
We're going to have a WrestleMania match.
A steal.
Put that in your calendar, guys. Oh, Angel is?
Yeah,
I thought Humberto was wrestling.
it was Angel.
So, never mind, it was Angel. No, Humberto's the sweaty one. At least he looks sweaty. Oh, no, Angel looks sweaty. It already happened. And Angel Garza, now Humberto Carrillo is going one-on-one. So this is a separate match. So Angel Garza does have a title match. I don't know if it's going to be a Mania.
How does that even happen?
Incredibly attractive Angel over here. That's why you have to have that kiss cam segment. I better get back to the Chizat, just in case I'm falling behind. And then Matthew says, "Damn, Ricochet got screwed." Yeah, by those handsome boys will do that to you. Screw you every time. And Luke said, "I've played it nonstop since I started. I told her about Final Fantasy VII over a year and a half ago." Yeah, it had to have been. Like I said, that dust is old. That's not even new dust. Can you see what movie's on the very top up there? That VCR tape? VHS?
Yeah, something SWOR.
Well, it was for Star Wars.
Oh,
but it's goddamn, what are they called? The little fuzzy people.
Oh, the Ewoks?
Yeah, it's the Ewok Adventure. They don't... I mean, you can get it on DVD, but it's like... They don't sell it on DVD, so it's like people have pirated it, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. They might do it now, but... So I have that, and then I had it, I guess you could say pirated. I took it in and had it copied to a DVD. Mm-hmm. So I've got it on DVD now also. But... Woo! And then over a year and a half ago. And then Travis, who wins a hypothetical match between Ricochet and Jay Lethal? Ricochet does. I don't think Jay Lethal's as good as Ricochet, is he?
No.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about Jay Lethal to go all in on him, but I would say Ricochet wins, though. Although I do love the whole Randy Savage gimmick that he does. Mm-hmm. You watch that? I mean, he like does the whole. Even does the elbow drop. So was Angel Garza going to take that match on the pre-show, maybe for Mania or at Mania?
I think it'd probably be in a pre-show. And do you think Sami Zayn will somehow get into that?
Into what?
into that match?
No, he's got a match.
Okay.
He's going against John Knox. I mean, eventually he'll get
Yeah, but
a title shot.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But as of right now, I've got Finn Balor and Damian Priest and Ricochet and Angel Garza. If I could spell, it would be cooler. See the Batman. Did I fall behind? Yes. Okay, Luke Riley says, Travis, have you heard all the NFL craziness that happened this week? I am very a guy yet happy Chiefs fans currently. No, what happened? Tell me all about it. I do not watch ESPN anymore, so I have no idea what happens in the world of sports. I think Carmella and Nikita should become a tag team. There's film going all after the sexiness. And then Matthew said, Lego also did a funny thing with Flair in TNT. That's hilarious. I did not know that. Is that the woo-off they did? Did they have a woo-off?
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! Or was that a different thing? Because I know somebody had a woo-off with Ric Flair once.
Yeah. I think it was something with the woo, but I'm not sure.
Los Lotharios, the womanizer.
Mm-hmm.
Angry yet happy, Luke says. I don't know what's happening in the NFL, Luke.
They just said this is
And also a qualifier?
yeah, for...
Well, I would love to see Humberto
Humberto.
Carrillo,
Yeah.
but would it be a triple threat? That'd be kind of weird, because since they're a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the woo-off. I guess that wasn't scripted. I guess they told, if that's who it was, they told Jay Lethal to go talk to Rick and what he wanted to do, and Rick told him to get out of here. Like, he wouldn't even talk to him. And so everything was like, they just did it. Woo! Woo! I guess, that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but. Ricochet is carrying SmackDown tonight. Hey, Brock is there. He's somewhere in the back, but yeah, he's definitely not doing a lot of stuff. Ricochet is about to get dirty here on
Well, they're
Alberto.
probably saving that for the end.
Oh, yeah, they got to.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe Charlotte didn't come out.
Yeah, I know.
So they're not going to embarrass Charlotte at all. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like, they're not putting Ronda over at all. Maybe next week, because they'll be in Texas, I believe, aren't they? Is SmackDown in Texas next week? Because
Yes,
if not,
I
they're
think
going to be
so.
traveling. Look at Ricochet, like a brain buster.
Ooh.
But I guess it was a vertical suplex. 2 count. Humberto
2
kicks out. Humberto's a lot better than I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to be in the first match and that he would win.
Mm-hmm.
But by cheating, because I like Humberto. I really do.
Yeah.
He got the cutest dimples in the sport. And then Tyreek Hill wanted to end it.
Come on.
Till end the free agency to sign a huge deal with Miami, which screwed us because he waited till all the free agents were gone. He signed a 5-year, $100 million deal, all guaranteed. That's just bad business, Tyreek Hill, for the Chiefs. The only problem with that is they're going to run out of money. Mm-hmm. With the wide receiver and a quarterback making all that money, at some point that defense is going to have to get paid. Not that I don't know if that defense is that great, but you know what I mean. Like at some point you've got to build a defense. Oh shit! Humberto wins! Humberto wins! Both of them get a future title shot. Los Lotharios, both members win.
By cheating.
Ricochet looked like he had like stone boots on or something. He couldn't lift his leg up.
Yeah.
No Charlotte Flair. No, she was in the back. She just talked over the Megatron.
Well, I don't know if she was in the back.
I mean, she could
was
be
probably somewhere else. Because it looked like some Hollywood setting.
Yeah, but that could be like green screen or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, Luke says,
But,
and we offered him a deal worth $1 million less, and he denied it. So we traded him to Miami for 5 draft picks under the terms they gave him a new deal when he arrived in Miami. Oh, so he's in Miami. Never mind. So that's terrible for the Dolphins. But 5 draft picks for a fucking wide receiver. Whoever is the owner, GM, whatever running the Dolphins, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Bill Belichick trading 5 draft picks for any player, let alone...
Hey, Sami Zayn.
And then Matthew Medett says, "Boo, Ricochet got screwed again." I think he just had heavy shoes on, Matthew. Like he couldn't get his foot up. Like he went to get in the ring and he was kind of stuck. Maybe there's some wet paint or some old glue or something on the ground. I couldn't tell.
Or some
with this deal with Miami, it now gives us the most salary cap space of the NFL, when yesterday we had the least. Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic for the Chiefs. And 5 draft picks. Even if they're late round draft picks, you can always stumble into somebody. You know, especially system guys. And if you have a good system guys are awesome. Sami Zayn, always 2 steps ahead.
Knoxville, the man that gets under your skin.
Well, the Chiefs look like they're going to be another hard team to beat then this year. How's your Cowboys doing? They still got the same owner that runs the team and runs it into the ground?
Yeah.
That's half your problem. Actually, that's 90% of your problem.
Yeah.
If he would step aside and just hire a GM to get shit done, like a Bill Belichick, just to run, buy his own groceries. But he has this theory that if he spends all those millions, then he should make the decision. And it's like, dude, come on, man.
That's why we've
Oh, shit.
got close.
Austin
but
Theory
did
just
nothing.
attacked him.
Oh, really?
Oh, McAfee, don't sprain an ankle. Don't sprain an
Yeah,
ankle. Don't
come
sprain an
on,
ankle. You're not an athlete
McAfee.
anymore. You were a punter. Come on. Just don't get hurt. Pat McAfee running. He might get caught here.
Go to Brock Lesnar's, Roman Reigns.
Oh, shit, he's in Mr. McMahon's office. You don't pound on Vince's door. Ran to his daddy. We got a first-round pick, 2 second-round picks this year.
Ooh.
Woo! Sorry, Sasha Banks is coming
Boss
out. I got to interrupt
time.
myself for this. Nothing better than her shake game. No, she's not doing her shake game tonight. Did you see that gif I sent you? Of her butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the greatest. I made that.
You made that?
Yeah, I made that gif.
Yeah.
And then Luke said, oh, we got a first, second pick this year and 2 second-round picks for the next year, plus the draft will be in Kansas City next year. Well, holy shit. We now have 14 draft picks for this draft, which means we can rebuild the entire defense in one draft. Yeah, you wouldn't do that. You'd probably trade down a couple times, stockpile them for the future. It would be not a good idea to have a college defense.
You think these two could be tag team champs?
I think that Sasha can do anything she wants to do with that.
I think Sasha could, but
She's got the a body for days. Everything just fits her perfect. I don't know if it's the size she is or... Anyways, yeah, they can definitely be tag team champions. But I do see somebody else winning that.
Yeah.
And I'll do predictions at the time, but it's tough.
Yeah.
Whew, and then Sasha Banks, and then film. Where you at? Where are the ladies at? The ladies are here. Oh, the ladies are here. Yeah, film. Yes, here comes the amazing armpit boss, Sasha Banks. By the way, film loves armpit.
Yeah.
Admiral Martha, the Chicago SWAT. Theory ran into McMahon's office and locked the door. Yeah, what a dork face. And then film said, don't worry, Matthew, still here, watching some armpits. And then Sophie D says, before seeing the commercial, I thought it was the UFSL was a new football league. Yeah, it has history. I think it went out of business. I like the guy next to you's T-shirt. You like Johnny Cash? I have that.
Yeah.
I have that same T-shirt downstairs. Old Johnny Cash. My buddy named his dog, or my cousin named his dog Johnny Cash.
Really?
We did sign 2 real decent receivers, though. We got Juju Smith, Schuster, anyways, from Pittsburgh, and Marcus Scantine from Green Bay. Your quarterback's so good, I don't know if it'll matter. And if you kept that tight end you had, whatever his name is, that dude's a stud. USFL had 43 games instead of 18 games. What? Nobody can pay 43 football games. Sophie said, so USFL has 43 games instead of 18. 43 football games is a shit ton. What do they play every other day?
Wow. That's a lot of games.
You would die.
Yeah.
Playing full football games every other day.
Mm-hmm.
All the little nagging injuries would just tear your team apart.
Yeah.
Some guys would miss like 4 or 5 games. Jenny Garth. Remember Jenny Garth?
Yeah.
I loved her. Oh, she said the commercial of the USFL sounds like it has a lot of games. We still have Kelsey, the tight end, but he is turning 32 years this year. 32 is fine. I mean, shit, what's his name for the, not Green Bay, for Gronkowski? He's older than that. And
Yeah,
I think he was still
Gronkowski.
performing pretty well. I don't know if Kelsey is the same type of receiver as Gronk. I think Gronk's a little more physical.
Who's Gronk playing for this
Tampa? I don't know.
Oh.
I honestly can't tell you. I'm the
'Cause I
last
heard
person you
something
ask about
he's
football.
Not gonna play for
Tampa?
Tampa. I heard he was going somewhere else.
Well, what's his name came back and some guy got screwed. His homeboy bought a ball.
Mm-hmm.
The last touchdown that Tom Brady ever threw. He spent $500,000 on it. And now Tom Brady's coming back. So that's no... Unless, I mean, obviously Tom could get hurt and maybe never throw another touchdown again. But can you imagine? And he's screwed. So Bitcoin gave him a Bitcoin, which is only 40,000. I mean, obviously 40 is better than nothing. But that means he's still out, 460,000. Plus the Bitcoin he'll have to pay taxes on, which is even funnier.
God.
If he ever cashes it out, which you'd have to if you want that cash. So basically, he got screwed.
Yeah.
If he hits me in the head, I have permission to punch him in the face.
Triple H's retirement.
Yeah, I put that on our page today.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Would Tom Brady go to the USFL? Yeah, for $20 million a year. Sophie, you're delusional. The USFL has a 10-game schedule for each team. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 43 games a team. That'd be sick. No, Walter says, okay, bye, Travis. See you on Monday for Raw, good SmackDown. See you, Walter, and thank you for hanging out with us. And then
Have a
Luke
good one,
Riley
Walter.
says, Kelsey is more a speed tight end. Yeah, he's fantastic, and he stretches the field, makes the linebackers play deeper, and then they have a better running game. He just is a good tight end. And then next year, the XFL relaunches for the 3rd time, and this time
Ooh.
with The Rock owning it. Yeah, I don't see that being successful ever. A lot of football fans don't even like it. And then Gronk is still in Tampa Bay, so he could stay with the great scam
Rhea and Liv.
Lord Brady. Boom!
So who do you think has a chance in this one?
I feel like Zelina Vega is going to take the pin, but I don't know. It could be Rhea.
Yeah.
Is Sasha wrestling? It is Sasha, huh?
Yes.
or Baszler. So I don't know. I mean, I guess Baszler could. No, Baszler's definitely not going to take a pin. So Sasha's not getting pinned. Rhea's not getting pinned. No. Shayna possibly. So that leaves Zelina for sure. She's the one that's going to get the wrong end of the stick. And so, is it a fatal 4-way? Yes, looks like it.
Yeah.
Fatal 4-way for the women's nothing. It's actually 4-0, but it's bragging rights for WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley's in there with Sasha, and look at that, Sasha and Rhea going right after Shayna. Natalya saves Shayna. All right, here where are we at? Wow, in the span of 1 year, both Triple H and The Undertaker retire, right? It's poetic. Wow, Carmella looks nice, doesn't she? Triple H doesn't want to be a physical guinea pig anymore for McMahon since he ruined NXT and released so many of his great talent overall. And then Rhea, she's going to take some heads. Yes, she's a badass. Yatch. Yep. She's not that bitch, though, but she's good.
Come on, Sasha.
You know, Liv's outfit keeps changing each week to more resemble Rhea's. Maybe that's a good sign. Yeah, they could definitely win. And then, indeed, Luke, says Matthew. And then Sophie said, I don't know why people think Vince and Bruce gave Triple H a heart attack. I don't either, Sophie. I mean, obviously, it's probably the drug use and the hard life of wrestling when you're a giant man. It can't be easy on your body. And then Film says, yes, let's go. I am so happy. And then Vince says, come on, Travis. Nobody can do sexier poses than Liv. Not even Becky with her pretty face. Becky does have a pretty face, but is that possess? No, sexier poses. Yeah.
Poses.
I had to make sure I was reading that right before I went back and made a fool of myself. Anyways, yeah. Why not? She has a great bottom. Big bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. Anyways, Luke Riley says Sasha just botched. Yeah, I'm not watching very well. And then Philip says yes. And then Sophie says, is this a fatal 4-way? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think it is. It didn't look like it was a tag team match of any sort. And then Luke says, okay, I love how all the ladies take off heels when they fight, but Liv kept her boot heels on. Then Matthew says, this is almost like a lumberjack match. Wait, maybe it's a fatal 4-way tornado tag now? Damn commercials. Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what is going on. And then Film says, also, I love armpits. Stripper Carmella. And then Natalya's armpits look amazing too. Everybody's armpits are fantastic as long as they're feminine. And then Film, settle down, and I mean it. LOL. And then Film Nation says, finally Liv Morgan not wearing a long sleeve. Her armpits. Live. Ah! And then Triple H retired from in-ring, but that doesn't mean that he won't show up on television to have some sort of role. Yeah, as long as they don't expect him to wrestle or get into the ring at all. But I mean, we did see it with the King, right?
Yeah. He
did come back after his heart attack and was on TV here and there.
There's that Nitro Pepsi.
Maybe I should buy their stock. It's probably going up right now. I should go look. Finally, Liv Morgan. Oh, wait, I already read that. And then Triple H retired from. Oh, wait, I already read that. I am up to date. You guys are more than welcome to keep chatting. I'll see if I can keep up. It's funny. This match should be the main event and closing this show, but since Brock is there and Roman is probably going to show up, they got to go with that because it is television. Roman's been carrying SmackDown since a year now.
Yeah.
Since they went to freaking Fox.
Not
quite, but since he came back as a heel and won the championship against Braun Strowman. Supposedly, he's beat every single Universal Champion that's ever had that belt.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is he did not pin Bray. That was a triple threat match, and he pinned Braun, but did not pin the Fiend / Bray.
Did the Fiend go over to AEW?
We haven't seen the Fiend.
What I thought.
Triple H has a WWE TV a few times when COVID happened. Yes. Travis, did you buy some of Stone Cold's lager yet? I got to look it up and see how I can who has it, and then I will buy some as a souvenir. Yes. When I do, I will buy like a 12-pack or 6-pack or something, and then you'll see it because I will definitely show people. And then Film Nation says, "Sorry, Luke, I'm relaxed. I am enjoying the live stream and the women that I love." Oh, we are back. It is a fatal 4-way match. That's it. Just
fatal 4-way match.
Look at this. Rhea Ripley kind of try to tear the quad muscle clean off of Sasha. Sasha just got kneed right in the face. Shayna Baszler in NXT was dominant, but since she's been on the main roster, not so much.
Yeah.
And how Zelina Vega's in a match like this, I have no idea. She's like the little cute little supermodel type. 1, 2, almost had Baszler. She's going over to Sasha, see if she could pin Sasha. 1, 2, very worn out move, but
she's like the cartoon of the Pussycat Dolls. You know, back in our day, you know.
Well, I know who the Pussycat Dolls are, but I don't remember a cartoon.
Yeah, there was a cartoon that was...
Are you talking about the singers?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Luke. Oh, I already read that. Sophie says, I am surprised that they have Brock and Roman on SmackDown. They could have saved that angle for Raw instead, since they are both scheduled for Raw this week. Yeah, they got to sell that WrestleMania seats. And then Sophie says, are you going to have a Mania party next weekend? Probably not. I'm going to be on TV the whole time. It's not a lot of fun. And then clapping, I am a very well women's match. Yes, film. Oh, shit. A double bank statement. Oh, Rhea breaks it up. Rhea looking piff. She's smacking herself.
Freaking out.
Headbanger. Smacking herself more. They have this monster, and they just don't use her right. I feel like she could just be a flat-out monster. Look what she's going to do here, that Riptide. Oh, Shayna Baszler. You know, Rhea had the hardest time with her in the first place. Oh, backstabber. Sasha, she hurt her knee? No, she's fine. You can't crawl on your knee after you hurt it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Zelina, this is her finisher. It's over. 1, 2. Shayna Baszler breaks it up and then just whips her out of the out of the ring by her arm. Sasha Banks laid up in the ring by herself. What the fuck, Rhea pulling a Goldberg by headbutting the ring, right? Come on, Rhea, get rid of Shayna Baszler. And then Luna says, Patty.
Nice call. That's who she
The Who now?
Ooh, now Selena Vega just got...
Patty the Who now. I don't know what that means, Luna. Sorry about that. And then Sophie says,
for a minute.
Next weekend, this channel is going to be busy with 4 straight days of doing this. Absolutely, Sophie. We will be here all weekend. Before this team with Rhea, they were giving Liv some sort of storyline. Was it Selena?
Yep.
Sasha taps out Zelina Vega.
Yep.
I think that's a bad sign for them.
Yeah.
For that.
Mm-hmm. And then she goes in there and gets taken out.
And Shayna. Sasha just looks fantastic always. Zelina looks just as good though.
Yeah.
She might even be a little bit younger. Might have to start looking at the younger ladies.
Now, who's this? Is it Roman?
Yeah, it's definitely Roman. We still got about 20 minutes left. That's quite a bit of time left.
Yeah, it's Roman.
Oh, Twinkie Tits getting out of the SUV. Doesn't that look like an old-ass SUV?
Yeah, it does.
It can't be, though. Here he is, your tribal chief. The big dog, the head of the table. Head of the blood. Oh, I got to call in sick. He's got to call in sick. We're going to be fine, but Brock won't be. All right, you're on your own for 2 seconds. I got to go pee. I drank too much water. Oh, I left you during the commercial, too. That's even worse.
Yes, film, you're right on that. Shayna Baszler and Naomi's armpits aren't that feminine. And yeah, that is true. Sophie, who wins in a dream match? Kenny Omega versus Roman? That would be a definitely good match. Who do you think would win in a dream match? Kenny Omega versus Roman?
Oh, shit. There again, it would depend on what company they're at.
Mm-hmm.
But Roman right now. But Kenny Omega 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, if they did it on AEW and Roman was brand new, they would probably put, Kenny would win.
Mm-hmm.
But all things being equal, Roman wins right now because he's just too popular. He's the hottest thing on television. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, where did I leave off at? And then Sophie said before the team with Rhea, they were giving Liv some sort of a storyline. And then Armpit Boss wins, and it was an all-right match. And then Vince says, Travis, who wins a dream match between Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill. And then Sophie says, wow, Zelina loses in her hometown. Of course she loses in her hometown. That's the only one that could lose for that match. This was a quick match. Yes. The ladies' matches have been the best over the last couple weeks, though, so they can't have all the greatest ones. And then Liz said, never mind, I just found who Patty is now. And Luke said, I say this with no disrespect, but Naomi looks like she has put on weight. She doesn't look the same. Yeah, she's looking completely different. She doesn't move the same. She's not wrestling the same. I don't know if there's something else going on there. I know her husband's, is the alcoholic, but maybe she's drinking too or something. Maybe she's depressed. Maybe there's just something going on that we don't know about. But they did put her with Sasha, so maybe Sasha can be a good role model with her. And then Film says, honestly, I don't care for Shayna Baszler or Naomi's armpits. They are not very feminine in my honest opinion. I think Naomi is very feminine. I think she's one of the most feminine women in wrestling. But I get what you're saying. And then who wins a dream match between Kenny Omega and Roman? We did answer that. I would assume Roman. And then Matthew says, Sophie, that's not one's dream match, LOL. And then Film's clapping, what a match. And then Sophie says, do you think that WrestleMania will outdraw AEW pay-per-view for a couple? Yeah, absolutely. Not even close. You can't put any AEW pay-per-view against WrestleMania. They're going to fill up Dallas Stadium twice. That's like 200,000 people. Now, granted, some of those might be back-to-back, but who cares? In social media, they count back-to-back accounts. Like, some people have 5 accounts and are all members of or WWE's social media. They have, like, what, 85 million freaking YouTube members. There are 85 million people watching wrestling. Come on. If that was the case, it would be nuts. Oh, Undertaker drives the pace car, guys. If you guys give a shit about auto racing, Undertaker will be driving the pace car this Sunday during WrestleMania.
Oh, cool.
Or it might be on before, I don't know. Oh, 3 Eastern, so yeah. It could be over by the time Mania starts.
Cool.
I think Naomi could have been part of the bloodline from the start. I don't see it. I don't see them having Naomi in the bloodline because then they would have to have other women in. Like it just doesn't make a lot of sense for her to be in the bloodline. I like the idea, but at the same time, she would just be on TV. She wouldn't be used in matches. It wouldn't work because nobody else could come down and help her. And to be that kind of a heel, you have to have constant help. And then Luke says, hell yes, Sophie, AEW has good pay-per-views, but WrestleMania will blow it out of the water. But give AEW time, yes. Yes, so Sasha Banks being a good role model, the same Sasha who threw a fit and tried to leave WWE. I meant with any substances, because I don't think she's a substance user. No. And then Sophie says, so Texas Stadium has more people than Idaho. That's not shocking. Okay, seriously. We have more people than Texas Stadium. But anyways, Luke says, oh, wow, I guess Ricochet's losing his belt at WrestleMania in a triple threat. Woo! That would be interesting. And then Big E drove the pace car a few weeks ago. Yeah, hopefully that's not a chill, like things to come, foreshadowing for Undertaker to get a broken neck or something. Woo! Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's going to be on Saturday. If they do it right, that should be the first thing that comes on.
Yeah.
I hope Angel Garza wins at WrestleMania. Yes, somebody else. Sophie, that was kind of rude. I'm joking. I hope Ricochet wins, and then 2022 is going fast. We're almost to April. Yes, Luna. It's ridiculous. Pump the brakes. I can't believe how far we are in this month. We're going to be in the freaking second quarter already.
Yep.
Basically, spring's here, then summer's going to be here, and we're talking about Christmas.
Again. Yeah.
And then, so Ricochet isn't part of WrestleMania. This is shocking. Not really. They don't really give a shit about that kind of a championship. So Roman, this is his company, like we were just told. It is his show. It is his everything. Yep. It's his SmackDown.
It's him. Yeah.
But Brock's there. I mean, obviously they're jacking him up a little bit more than he needs, but he's in God mode.
Yeah. When God is in God mode, is he in gym
pants? Yeah.
Pants and
he does his sweat clothes.
Oh, okay.
In God mode.
Okay.
It's his cheat code. It's one of those things because they could have Paul Heyman turn on him and have Brock win and turn heel, but then Roman's character thrives as a heel, so it doesn't really work. Although I would have said the same about Brock. Brock can't be a face, but we've seen Roman not be able to be a face, and so putting him back as a face doesn't work. Roman Reigns. God mode. It's not really his debut. Come on, he wrestled in NXT. Ravi, yes, SD has been pretty good. It's been a decent show. Not great, but pretty good. I've been here reading chats all night, so I don't know exactly what's happening. But so Ricochet isn't part of WrestleMania.
Ooh, Edge, AJ Styles.
Night 1 week from Sunday. So they're saying Sunday again. So they're putting that one back on Sunday. So it must have been a misprint on their website. Sorry, guys. That's my bad. John Knoxville on Sunday. Okay, nobody wants to follow the Steve Austin, Kevin Owens segment through if they open the show. Why not, Sophie? I mean, it makes most sense to me. Sophie, are you just not smart? They literally just announced a triple threat match at WrestleMania between Ricochet and the Los Lotharios. Here comes the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns! And then Ravi says, was SmackDown any good? Ravi, good to see you back in here, by the way. And Sophie said, I thought that triple match, or that triple threat match was taking place next week on SmackDown. Trav missed it, too. They just announced Ricochet, Garza, and the other guy, Humberto Carrillo. Anyways, Matthew Menace said, oh my fucking God, by the time he gets to the ring, SmackDown will be over. That's exactly what he does. Then Film says, so Matt McAfee versus Austin Theory. It's Pat, but yes, definitely not interested in that match. You
can always have
it's
Brock
decent,
come out there with
I'm
the
not
lift
interested.
and lift him up in there and put him in the ring.
Right.
Huh?
Little forklift.
Yeah.
And then Luke said the announcement had the WrestleMania logo on it, meaning it was a WrestleMania match. Sophie, I wonder how they decided what matches to take place on what night.
What day?
I obviously they're going to put the main event last, and then they go probably backwards from that. And then they probably thought that Ronda and Charlotte was the second most popular match, maybe in their head, so they're going to probably put that main eventing, or the last one to go on night day. One, and then AJ and then Bianca, and they just put the women night one and the men night two. There is some women matches on night two, and there are some men's matches on night one, but dude, please don't cancel AJ versus Edge at WrestleMania. It's a dream match. Don't cancel. It's not being canceled. Calm down unless somebody gets hurt. So Edge and AJ is moved back to Sunday night. Yeah, like I said, it was just on their site.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me. What a stud. For now. Where are we at?
Does Dalitha still hate him?
Oh, yeah. She hates everybody, so it doesn't matter. She'll be happy about Humberto Carrillo, though.
Yeah.
But I think she likes Ricochet also. And then Luke said, knowing Vince, he gets drunk and throws darts at a dartboard to determine which match happens. Right? And then he looks at what people want and says, fuck them, and then he makes up something that's opposite. But definitely want to see how Sami Zayn will handle going up against John Knoxville. Yes, that one I'm looking I'm excited for that one because I fell in love with Sami Zayn. I feel like he's going to lose. To play up to the whole conspiracy theory stuff. So Roman calling him out? And then will Charlotte and Ronda and the Steve Austin, Kevin Owens segment, the writers backstage keep going back and forth on what to close the night one with. They got to start it with the Kevin Owens Austin. You got to have Stone Cold Steve Austin's music hit right there. First thing happens, right? Main show starts, you know, like, and the crowd will go nuts. And it's okay to have it at the beginning. Look, I think that Vince has a pin with ideas on it and chops a chicken's head off and sees where the body collapses. And that's how he got the... holy crap.
The island of relevancy.
Oh, the gobbledygooker. The gobbledygooker. That's how I got the gobbledygooker idea. And then, no, not canceled. They were doing Seth and AJ And if
There's
AJ said, oh, I see what you're saying. And replace. Oh, Brock! Breaking SUVs. Maybe that's why it's an old one.
Yeah.
All right, and that gets AJ to lose to Seth. He would replace him to go to against Edge. Don't want that to happen. That's not going to happen, and it's over anyways. I'm pretty sure they're not doing that again next week. And then Luke Riley says, LOL. And then Sophie says, think about if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn didn't re-sign with the WWE, they probably would be on AEW TV by now. Yeah, they'd be right around this time.
He said that
he's got a pickaxe.
Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't that puncture it?
You'd think.
I think he thought it was going to. Dang, those hoods are built Ford tough, and it's a Chevy. Ooh.
Well,
where's he going? Where do you think he's going?
Mm-hmm.
He's coming to you, Roman. That's a big dude. Yeah, he is coming out there.
Music.
Oh my God, I love Brock, Luke. Mm-hmm. And then it seems like Brock loves getting extra use out of his farming tools. But anyways, Travis, take care and have yourself a fun weekend. And we will see you the day after Sunday. See if Vin, thank you for hanging out with us. And then Luke says, Sophie, stop talking about things that didn't happen. And then Matthew, enjoy your weekend, Vin. We wish you the best, Vin. Be safe. We'll see you on Monday. Brock's there. Did he come through the crowd? I didn't see him come down, but he's on the backside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came.
That is a special kind of athlete right there. I wish he would go back to the UFC just for one fight against that Numaga, you know, the champion. I don't know if you know who that guy is. But he's a striker. He's a fierce striker, knocks people cold. But he can't wrestle. And like he was exposed last time, and that's what I was telling Dalitha. But Dalitha's like, oh, you know, he'd probably knock Brock out. And I'm like, Brock's going to take him to the ground. And Brock knows how to wrestle, like really, like not WWE style.
Yeah.
He is literally beating the shit out of every security guard with a steel chair. They're going to be on disability.
Does not pay to be a security.
Look at the Usos. They said, Roman, you get out of here. They're running like scalded dogs. You too, Mega Matt. And then this isn't a dream match, though we have seen it like 8 or 9 times before. That's from Sophia. I'm gone. See you, Luna. And then see you next Monday, Gothlestia. And then Matthew says, Brock swinging that chair like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. Facts.
What?
And then Brock versus Roman. They could go...
oh, yeah.
The Brock Goldberg route by having a 5 seconds. No. God, no. It's a main event at WrestleMania. Can you imagine if they just closed WrestleMania down with a 5-second match?
That would be screwed.
And then Luke says he's got a second non-dented chair. Oh, Roman wants some. You acknowledge me as the undisputed Universal Champion. And then Phil says, can't wait to see WWE Raw Women's Hairy Armpit Championship. Becky Lynch defending the title against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Come on, Phil. Nobody wants to hear about hairy armpits. Let's go. So excited for WrestleMania. And then Heidi from Staten Island says, I'm out of here. See you, Heidi. Thank you for hanging out with us. And Ravi says, all I know is Ronda best not win. Facts. But I think she might. I would assume that one of the women might hold their belts. Can you imagine if both women lose their belts? And I doubt Bianca's losing, so. And then Tootsie, the New Yorker, says, yeah. And then with the angry face. And then Night All. See you, Luke. And we are also done. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Gap. We will see you on Monday. We appreciate you, and stay tuned for next weekend because it's going to be WrestleMania all weekend. We'll see what we can do about NXT, and we'll see what we can do about the Hall of Fame show. So we'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.